This is the Great North Run 2025 Finishers Medal. Beautiful medal, great design, but there's something terribly wrong with this medal. In this video, we're going to discuss what in heaven's name happened with this design. Why did it happen? How did it come about? So let's go. Well, butter my crumpets, my name is Donato and I, like over 60,000 other runners on Sunday, completed the Great North Run and we collected that epic medal. Yes, that's right, this medal here, this lovely one here. And but yeah, unfortunately something has gone terribly wrong with this. But has it been really wrong? I'm going to go through what I feel about this, because at the end of the day I'm a runner. What went wrong, how, why, and is it that big a deal? So the design of the medal, I've got to say, from face value, when I'm told what it is, which is an aerial shot of Newcastle. So those of you who don't know the race, basically the Great North Run starts in Newcastle and runs all the way through over the Tyne Bridge, the River Tyne, yes, and down to South Shields. Yep. Absolutely beautiful, you know, Gateshead, South Shields, lovely race. Yeah, and I've done it twice now and paced it twice. So when I looked at it on face value, at the top half it shows Newcastle, and in the bottom half below the River Tyne, or we're led to believe it's the River Tyne, is Gateshead and South Shields. But actually, and then on the back it looks like the Tyne Bridge. For those of us who don't know the area, it looks like that, but it's actually a different story when you look at the detail. I'm looking at the medal here and I think, well, you know, it looks good to me, but it's not. And has it been deliberate, or is it just one of those genuine mistakes? Well, because what it actually is, and the picture and the detail is, it's the River Wear, which is Sunderland, which is further south from Newcastle. Sorry, I've got to contain my laughter. And it even has the detail of the map there, because the detail is right. It's got the Stadium of Light there, which is the Sunderland Football Club. And whether you follow soccer or not, there's some great rivalry between Newcastle United and Sunderland. So I think some people are up in arms, whereas others are going, yeah, this is amazing. So there's two things going on here, or is it three? You know, how do people feel who've got this medal? Let me know in the comments below. You know, good, bad, indifferent, let me know in your comments. But it's not just that, but what do you think actually happened? Because I'm going to go through what I believe the process is in terms of getting these medals designed, approved and so on. But also, you know, is it just a bit of a April Fool type of joke? I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. But I'm going to go through now what I think about this. Well, for me, I think it's a great finisher's medal. Lovely design, and I get that, you know, it's not Newcastle itself. But for me, it's a finisher's medal. I absolutely love it, and I think it's great. Yeah. And it's interesting that the t-shirt design has the same river going through it. It's the shirt I've got on right now underneath this coat. So for me, it's not that big of a deal. But then I'm not from the northeast. Yeah, I don't know all the rivalries that go on up there between Sunderland, Newcastle, Tyneside, Wearside, all that type of stuff. But there's been all sorts of talks, as you can imagine, on the social media. So I'm going to go through some of those and see if you agree with some of them, or what do you think of actually what's gone on and has been happening. So you've heard what I think. What did the organisers say? Well, having read on the BBC website, Brendan Foster and the organisers saying it was just a genuine mistake. When they were approving it, they didn't see the error, and actually they seem to be brushing it off, saying, well, sorry, we made a mistake. It's a bit of fun. You've now got a unique medal and a unique t-shirt that you can treasure forever, which is fine. Yeah, and it's interesting that Brendan, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Brendan is from Newcastle, So surely you should have spotted that. But anyway, that's by the by. So I'll leave a link in the BBC News report of what they said there. So that's the organisers, but you would have thought that with the approval process and so on, and enough people in that process, they would have spotted that. Which leads me to what a lot of comments have been coming through on social media. So let's go through some of those. So yesterday, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm getting my geography right, wrong, names, words, because I'm not from the northeast. So Geordie's, Newcastle, yeah. Mackie's, my understand, is Sunderland. Oh, sorry about that. I was getting a bit too much attention there from that dog and distracting from the recording. So yesterday there was understandably a lot of angry Geordies about this, saying, you know, this race is Newcastle, South Shields, so it should have been Newcastle. What you're doing showing us Sunderland, yeah, so up in arms. But here's a comment online here that it seems to be maybe the current thought that's happening is they're saying they think it is deliberate. Yeah, it's just too well thought out and too brilliantly put together to be an accident. Find whoever was responsible, give them a knighthood, an executive box at the Stadium of Light and the Freedom of the City. They deserve it. Yes, so they think that it's actual deliberate mistake from the designer, who may be a Sunderland fan. Maybe. Yeah, it does say here, the artist is known for cheeky Easter eggs and hidden things. He pulled a blinder. So, you know, that explains a lot, and an inspired prank. So, was it a prank? Who knows? You know, it's trolling at its very best. Love it. And some people saying, oh yeah, it's 100%. I mean, how many people would sign off the design? It creates me a load of 3 extra publicity. Is that what it was really about? Yeah, as I said, and I can't help but chuckle because only that morning I was speaking with a Sunderland fan, yes, and he was saying, why do they always get Newcastle players or managers to start the race? It's the Great North Run, yeah, the North, not the Great Newcastle Run, it's the Great North Run. So they should have Sunderland players starting the race as well. Mix it up, because I think on Sunday we had a couple of Newcastle United players. Last year I think it was the manager of Newcastle starting it. So very Newcastle themed, but if it is truly the Great North Run, include the whole of the North, which is what they've actually done with this medal, isn't it? In an indirect way. So yes, that's my thoughts. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below what your thoughts are on this matter. You know, was it a deliberate mistake to get some free publicity, or was it just a bit of a mini prank by the designer, or was it a genuine mistake? Was it a genuine mistake? For me, I still think it's a smashing medal. I absolutely love it. Love the t-shirt as well. I do love the design layout. Yes, it's the wrong river, but hey, who knows? It's a river's a river, yeah. And I think, as I say, it does add a bit of light-hearted humour, and I think, well, it's a medal. I've done the race. It's my sign of an achievement, and I still loved it. I hope you love it too. See you all very soon. Oh yes, the sun was getting a little bit too bright for me, so I normally like putting an addendum at the end of the video, after the end of the video. So my big question is, what do we all do with our medals anyway when we've finished all these races? What do you do with them? Do you hang them up on a medal rack? Or do you put them in a shoebox? Or do you sell it on eBay? I know some people sell their medals on eBay. What do you do with them? Personally, me, I just put it in a shoebox, and yeah, it's a memento which I can look back on, and that's what I do with them. So let me know what you do with yours. Medals, that is.